and welcome to Learn Live. I'm Becca and I work in the Education and Engagement team at the UK Parliament.
Hello, I'm Kate. I work for the Petitions Committee at UK Parliament.
So in today's Learn Live, we're going to be learning all about petitions, which are a really useful tool that you can use to campaign. We're going to learn how petitions work, how you can sign one, and indeed how you can start one of your own. So we're going to begin today by watching a short video, which will give us an introduction about petitions, and we're then going to be asking our expert Kay some questions. So let's watch this video and we'll see you very shortly.
A petition is a way of getting your voice heard in Parliament. It's a written request asking the House of Commons or the government to take action on something. You prepare your petition and get people who agree with you to sign it. There are some kinds of petition that we can't accept. Have a look on our webpage to make sure. You can always get in touch with us to clarify before you start work. You can send us two types of petition: a paper petition or an online e-petition. A paper petition asks the House of Commons to do something. For example, make a new law or change an existing one, or put pressure on the government to take action on a particular issue. Paper petitions are normally from a local area. This isn't a rule, but you'll need to collect hand-signed signatures, which is obviously easier to do close to home. Once your paper petition is ready, you'll need to find a Member of Parliament willing to present your petition to the House of Commons. An online e-petition can ask the government, as well as the House of Commons, to do something. If your issue is national, then this is usually the best way to collect signatures from around the country, as you'll be putting your petition up online for anyone to sign. You can browse the website for other petitions and sign any which you strongly agree with. So what happens next? The Petitions Committee, that's a group of MPs from different parties, will decide if they want to investigate your petition. In other words, they might want to find out more information from the public or experts or from the government, or have a debate on it in the House of Commons. E-petitions that receive 100,000 signatures will definitely be considered for a debate. Most paper petitions will receive a response from the government, as do all e-petitions which receive 10,000 signatures or more. And all petitions are recorded in the official record of Parliament. Whatever else happens, even if your petition doesn't get picked up by Parliament for debate or action, you'll certainly have helped get publicity for your campaign. You may decide to stop there or continue campaigning in other ways. Just remember, the most famous campaigns in history often started with a petition.
Welcome back. We really hope you enjoyed that video. It's now time to put all of our questions about petitions to Kay, our expert. So Kay, will start with a nice easy one. What is a petition?
So a petition is a call for the government or the UK Parliament to take action on something which someone finds important. If other people think that action is important too, they can show their support by signing the petition.
Right, so how long have petitions to Parliament been used for then?
Well, the very first petitions asking Parliament for change date back over 700 years.
Oh wow, so they're quite a well-established method of campaigning then. So you mentioned, Kay, at the beginning that you work in the Petitions Committee. So what does the Petitions Committee do and what is your role within the committee?
Well, the Petitions Committee is a group of MPs who check and challenge the government about changes which people ask for in their petitions. They're not members of the government, but they come from all different political parties. So my role is to help anyone who needs help with starting and signing petitions, or people who just want to know more about them.
All right, so how many signatures then does a petition need to make change?
Well, the hard numbers are that petitions need 10,000 signatures to get a written response from the government, and they need 100,000 signatures to be considered for a debate in Parliament. But the numbers don't matter so much. Change can mean many different things. A petition doesn't need many signatures at all to make real changes, like making more people aware of the issue. That could result in more people supporting the campaign or even starting one of their own. And all of this can help people put pressure on the government to change its plans or even change the law. So it's good to remember that some of the most important campaigns in history, like the abolition of the slave trade and votes for women, used hundreds of petitions in their campaigns, and they never gave up.
So it's really important then to remember that just because your petition doesn't get thousands of signatures in the first day, it doesn't mean that it won't create some really positive change. Excellent. So in that case, what can petitions be about?
They can be about more or less anything. So if you think that something needs to change, then you can write a petition about it. We do have some common sense rules which petitions need to follow. So it shouldn't be offensive. It can't be the same as a petition that's already open for signatures on the site. And it can't ask for a change which the government or UK Parliament just can't make. But you can check all of these rules on the Parliament Petitions website.
So as long as you follow all those rules, then you can start a petition pretty well about anything. So worth bearing in mind, everyone that's watching. So there's different types of petitions, aren't there? So are online and paper petitions exactly the same?
Well, they are both petitions, so they both raise awareness of an issue, but they're treated quite differently. So online petitions are better for campaigns where people all over the country might want to sign, as they can sign wherever they are using a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer. Paper petitions must be handwritten or printed on a bit of paper, and you literally write your name on it. You sign by hand. They then need an MP to present them by standing up in the House of Commons chamber or by putting them in a bag behind the Speaker's chair.
Oh, wow. So online and paper petitions are both really useful, but just not necessarily for the same sort of campaign. So why should people include petitions as part of a wider campaign?
Well, petitions are powerful, but change doesn't usually happen because of just one thing. So getting your message out to lots of different people, different organisations in lots of different ways can help make that change more quickly and more effectively. Because the more people and campaigns the government and parliament hear from on an issue, the more likely they are to see how important people think that change is and to make it.
Okay, so petitions are like a useful ingredient in most campaigns when combined with other things. So if that's the case, what else can people do to give their petition the best chance of making change?
Oh, there's loads of different things. So people could talk to their local media about the petition and why they want change. And they can get the message out to friends and to family on social media. And your school and parents might even be able to help with all this. People could also contact organisations like charities because they campaign and fundraise for change all day, every day. Now, all of this helps more people to hear about the petition, especially people who are interested in the cause already, so they're more likely to sign. Sometimes it's even good to speak to people and organisations before you start your petition, so you're planning your campaign in advance.
Oh, so there's loads that you can do then to promote your petition. That's great. So can you give us some examples of online petitions that have led to change?
Yeah, I can think of a couple of really great ones. So there was a petition started in 2019, just last year, after a police dog called Finn was attacked while chasing a criminal. The petition asked for police dogs and horses who were attacked while on duty to be protected by the law. So the petition was debated in Parliament, and this made the government aware of how important this issue was. So they introduced a new law protecting police dogs and police horses called Finn's Law, which was introduced in June later that year. Another petition was started by Nicola Thorpe. She was sent home from work for refusing to wear high heels. But because of her petition and a debate in Parliament, the government worked with employers to stop them forcing women to wear certain clothes at work.
Oh, two really great examples there. And the first one you gave us about Finn's Law, that petition clearly led very quickly to change. Is that quite common? Do petitions tend to quickly lead to change?
So in some cases they can, especially if loads and loads of people sign the petition and campaign a lot in other ways. It can also help if the petition is about something really urgent that's happening in the world right now. So at the moment, petitions demanding that more Black history is taught in schools are really popular. But most campaigns do take a bit longer, so it's important to try lots of different things to let people know about their campaign, not just using a petition.
Excellent. So why then do many petitions not necessarily lead to the change that they're asking for?
Well, sadly, some petitions don't get a lot of support from people. So it might be that not many people understand what the petition is about, or the issue might just not affect that many people. But most petitions contribute to a much longer process of raising awareness, helping the public and MPs to understand the problem. So the change might not happen right away, but the petitions are helping it along the road.
Excellent. So it's important not to be disheartened then. So you must be 18 to vote. We all know that. So do you have to be 18 then to start a petition?
No, we see loads of petitions from people who are younger than 18. I've got a couple of examples. So Hannah, who started a petition asking for schools to start at 10 a.m., was 16 when she had a debate in Parliament on her petition. And Lucy started a petition when she was just 15 to stop Tesco selling eggs from caged hens. Now, her petition gathered nearly 280,000 signatures, and Tesco agreed that it would stop selling eggs from caged hens by 2025.
Oh, wow, two really inspiring examples. It just goes to show any of you watching could start a petition. So, if you can start a petition under the age of 18, how old do you need to be to sign a petition online?
Well, you can sign at more or less any age. You just need a valid email address. And most email providers let you start one at about 13.
Okay, so speaking of starting an online petition, then, how exactly do you go about doing that?
Well, the first thing to do is to search for Parliament Petitions website online. Once you're on the website, there's a big button that reads Start a Petition. So you just press that and you'll see a box where you type the title of your petition. That's so important because that's your call for action, your chance to tell everyone what you want to happen. And after that, you'll see some more boxes where you can explain a bit more about why you think your change is needed.
Okay, so quite a nice, simple process then. Excellent. Now, I'm aware that there are lots of different websites where you can start petitions. Is Parliament's petition site the best one to use?
Well, different petitions websites are useful for different things, but it's important to remember that the government only gives written responses to petitions on the Parliament site, and only petitions started on the Parliament site are considered by the Petitions Committee for a debate in Parliament or another action like an evidence session.
Okay, that's really useful to know. So, if somebody watching this Learn Live doesn't have social media, what would be the best way for them to get people to sign their online petition?
That's absolutely fine. We see lots of people who don't have social media starting and signing petitions. So there are lots of options for them. They can tell other people about the petition and just give them the web address. They can email people about it, and once social distancing rules are over, they can even stand in busy places like shopping centres with a tablet for people to sign online right there and then. And they might also want to consider contacting organisations like charities or interested people who might help them promote their petition online for them.
Oh, great. So, still loads of options for people then. That's great. So, can MPs and members of the House of Lords help people with their petition?
Yeah, they can definitely help with the campaign. They can do things to make the government pay more attention to it, like mentioning it in their speeches or by speaking with or writing to members of the government, even the Prime Minister, about it. A good place to start is contacting your MP, and you can easily find their phone number and their email address by searching online for Find My MP.
Great. So, really worth thinking about that, people watching, about getting an MP or a member of the House of Lords involved. So, finally, Kay, this is our last question. Do you have any tips for people watching for setting up a successful petition?
Yeah, I have 3 top tips. So, first, and the absolutely most important thing, is to be clear about the change that you want to see when you're writing your petition. Second, make sure that there's not already a petition on Parliament's petitions website about that same thing. And thirdly, just tell loads of people about it.
Oh, those are great, Kay. Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody watching at home, and particularly to Kay there for answering all those questions and for really helping us understand how petitions work and how they can make change. So we really hope that you've enjoyed watching today's Learn Live. And if it's inspired you to learn more about the UK Parliament, just check out the resources page on our learning website. You'll find all sorts of interactive games and activities that you can play at home or at school. So we really hope that you have been inspired today, because we're going to finish our session by watching a video about how you can start an online petition for yourself. So start thinking about anything that you would like to change. So thank you so much again, Kay, for answering all those questions, and thank you to everybody watching, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.